Istungun juk hayadega. Istungun juk hayadega. There is no words for good morning, but what we say is, did you make it through the night okay? Istungun juk hayadega. So instead of saying good morning, we just say, did you make it through the night okay? Okay, I'm Mahaya Barnett, and today I'm going to start with the beginning, because I always start with the beginning so that it's going to be slow. And remember, there's no stupid questions, and I don't care how many questions you ask. If I can answer them, I will. So today we're going to start with sounds. I always start with sounds because it helps with pronouncing your words. It helps with, because the way I look at it is we're not trying to change the language, we're trying to save the language. So that's what I'm going to start off with. So we're going to start with sounds. Okay, first thing I want to tell you is forget English. Forget English. You've been speaking English, and you've been taught English, and you've been taught English sounds. I want you to forget those because, and that's hard to do, people, because you've been studying this, some of us preschool. Some of us in first grade, because back in my day, we didn't have we're preschool. So I want you to forget English. Switch over to the left side of your brain. Your right side is your English side. Your left side is your other language side. So let's start with this. When you go, it's got a long sound. As in hear that ayo, G, as in just even. It is a short E. It'll Ipoje. Okay. Long E sound. This is a long E. Idalwa. Idalwa. Hear that E in there? Igana. Ibagan. Okay. Fee, as in figi. Pacha. Fushwa. He, as in hishtay. Hatki. Hamgins. Okay, a lot of people looks at this and makes a mistake. The I is an A sound. It's an A sound. And that's as in hey, legida, bakida. Gi as in gi, gajo, gabi. Li as in litki, loja, lamhi. Me as in mahi, mado, mijas. Ni as in najomi, nagin, nodi. Oh, you don't say oh, you say oh. Put a little ump into that oh, because this is oba, uski, owa. If you just said it as oh, you would say oba, or oski, or owa. It's o. O. B. This is another one people gets confused on. This is a B sound. A B sound. Basco. Bosque. Bomi. C. Here's another one. C. C as in taco. C. Taco. C as in sashakwa. Sada, sode, soda. D, this is another one. Diniki. Some says you can still hear the T sound in it, but it's a D sound, like diniki, diniki, dolose, dochinen. U as in jola, odi, ojasi. This is blunt. As in Jesse, Baji, Aji. Hear that in Aji? Aji. We as in Washko, Waga, Weesho. Okay, remember, there is no silent sounds in the Creek language. In the Mvskoke language, there's no silent sounds, but what you got to remember is your tongue placement. Like the, your tongue is right by your teeth. The. And the Creek language is real prominent in the mouth. So if you can't pronounce a word, look at my mouth and you'll be able to pronounce it. If you look at my mouth, you'll be able to pronounce it. So remember, no silent sounds, okay? So let's go back up. As an ofki, here. Ofki is like soup, or some people says gravy. It just depends on where you come from. You know, where you come from. Some call it gravy, some call it soup. Ayo is a hawk. But let's remember this, guys. When you're taking this, you know the English language, everybody knows it. The whole world knows English language. But the Mvskoke language is unique in itself, just the language itself. So when they say hawk, we say ayo. Everybody knows hawk, but we say ayo. See? Okay, chi as in chisi. Chisi is mouse. Chasi is pumpkin. Chakiben is 5. It's 5. I. Okay, that's short now. I. Iga. Iga. Hear it? Ido. Ipoji. Iga is a head. Ido is wood or tree. Ipoji is a sun. Is a sun. Okay. E, the long E. Idalwa. That's your tribal town. Idalwa. Idalwa. Igana is land. Ibagan is 6. Fi, as in Figi, is a heart. Facha is a truth. Fushwa is bird. He, as in Hishjay, hello. Hutki, white. Hamgin, 1. A, as in Heyi, Legida, Bekida. Ki, as in Ki, Gajo. Ki is mulberry. Mulberry. And that's what we're having right now, mulberry. Gajo is blackberry. Gabi is soap. Li, as in Litki, run. Loja, as in turtle. Lamhi, eagle. Mi, as in Mahi, that's tall. Mado, thank you. Me, just do it. Do it. That's a command right there. Do it. We've heard a lot of that when I was growing up. Ni is Najomi, how many? Nagin, what? Nodi, T. O, remember? O, Oba is an owl. Ushki is rain. We've had a lot of that. Uwa is water. B, as in Busko, is great. Buski is father. This actually means our father, Buski. our Father. And Pomi, us. Okay. Thi as in taco, horse. Thi as in bullet. Tato is fish. Hear that thi in there? Your tongue is right there by your teeth. Tato. Tato. Si as in sashakwa. Nagadi sashakwa, Mike.
Goose.
Goose. Jinda Judy, what's sada? Apple. What's soda? Sky. Sky. D as in tiniki. Nagadi Coco. Thunder. We had a lot of that. Tiniki. Thunder. Dolorsi. Mike.
Chicken.
It is. And that's the old Creek word. They used to say like Dolorsi. I mean, they used to say Dolorsi, but we're cutting it up and just say Dolorsi. Dolorsi. Okay. And then Duchinen. Nagadi, Janet.
3.
3. Okay. Ooh, what's Jula? Fox. That's right. Goody. Frog. And Bujasi. One that owns something. One that owns something. Bujasi. As in, what's Jesse? Pumpkin. Budgie. Pigeon. Somebody had it right. Udgy. Corn. That's in season right now. Corn. We as in Washko. What's Washko? Chigger. Waga. Cow. Weasel. Sassafras. Ye as in yaha. What's yaha? Wolf. Yeski. Evening. Yanasa. Buffalo. And what I'm going to teach you 2-letter sounds, and that's all we're really going to go over, and the sounds, so that you'll know how these sounds. Now listen, every one of these sounds I'm going to teach you makes a Mvskoke word. It's making a Mvskoke word. Okay. This is to help you pronounce, read. When you see the word, you'll be able to read it. And when you see it, you'll know that it's not English. And you can't read these words in English. Sorry to say that. Because if you were to say this, who knows this in English? What would that be in English? Yeah. Nagadoo English. Huh? Racco? There's not even an English word in that. But if you say thoughtful, we know what it is. It makes perfect sense in this story. Okay? Let's go to your 2-letter sounds. That's all. And we're going to make words out of those. Okay? Okay. Cha. If you put the chi and the ah together, you get cha. Cha. Chi. Che. Cho. Chu. Cha. If you look at your single word alphabet paper, you'll see some of these 2-letter sounds in there. And some of these words we had. Fa. Fi. Fe. Fo. Fu. Fa. Ga. Gi. Ge. Go. Gu. Ga. Ha. He. Hey. Ho. Hu. Ha. La. Li. Le. Lo. Lu. La. Ma. Mi. Me. Mo. Mu. Ma. Na. Ni. Ne. No. Nu. Na. Ba. Bi. Be. Bo. Bu. Ba. Okay, one. if you put two of these words together, you'll make a word like budgie. That's in your single letter alphabet. Budgie. What was budgie?
Pigeon.
Pigeon. Yeah. See, that was in your words. That's making a word right here, putting this one and this one. Budgie. 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 Okay. Sa. Si. Se. Do. Tu. Ta. Sa. Si. Se. So. Su. Sa. Da. Di. De. Do. Du. Da. Wa. We. Way. Wo. Woo. Wa. Okay, this is where it gets a little complicated, guys. But it takes a lot of self-study, okay? It takes a lot of self-study. And every one of these words, it's going to sound weird to you. It's going to sound a little different. But they're in a word, okay? Ya. Okay. Ya. Ye. Yay. Yo. You. Ya. Off. If. Off. Oof. Uff. Ark. Eek. Ache. Oak. Ook. Up. Okay. Al. Il. El. Ul. Ul. Al. Am. Am. Aim. Um. On. In. An. On. An. Ab. Eb. Abe. Ob. Oob. Up. As. Is. Ace. Os. Us. Us. At. Eat. Ate. Ot. Ut. At. They're all one of these sounds. Every one of these sounds you will hear in the language. Every one of them. So if you learn this, and this may sound different, but like this, ush. If you put A-C-C-E, ushi is T. You put the SC with it and you'll have ushi. That's T. That's T. Like the drinking tea, ushi. See, it already made a word. Every one of these makes a word, okay? So if you learn this, you're pronouncing. Because I've heard a lot of kids say like, fujo, they'll say fujo. And a Creek speaker, a Mvskoke speaker, they'll say, Nagadi, what is that? Fujo. But if you say fujo, they're going to say, oh, duck, a duck. And then they'll also say like, chito. What's a chito? Don't know. But if you say chito, it's a snake. So see, when you mispronounce words, it's not only confusing to the learner, they're not saying it right, but to a speaker, it's like, we know what a chito is, but chito, hitas, don't know. Hitas, don't know. Okay. Okay, let's go to your two-letter sounds. And don't remember now, it seems like we're moving fast. We're not. We're going to go over this boxing tomorrow. We're going to keep going over it until you get it. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I can answer it. Some of this can be explained in English and some of it can't because it is a Mvskoke language. It's not English. So it's kind of difficult. Okay, let's go to our two-letter words. We're going to see how that works. Two-syllable words. Okay. This is where you're putting your two sounds together. Remember, these letters are representing sounds. Okay? These letters are just representing sounds. We speak in sounds. We speak in tones. Okay? Sounds and tones. Okay, hits up. Ayo. Ayo. Nagadi, Mike. Ayo. Talk. Talk. Ayo. Hear that? Ye. O. And I rather prefer y'all to spell in the language, not use AYO, but ye, o. And it's easier that way. And it takes practice. I'll guarantee you it takes practice. But it can be learned. You can ask Mike, Judy, Coco in here, and Jen, see what you forgot. I just named you. Janet, these sounds work. These sounds work. It's work. But if you can just remember, and that's how come I tell you, forget English. This is not the English language because you could say AYO, but that's English. That's English. So we say ye, o. Ye, o. Hawk. Okay, now this says harmony, and it can be harmony. Off, ki. But like I said, it could be gravy to us or soup. I don't know where harmony came up, but it's got harmony on there. Fi, ki, e. Remember your two-letter sounds now. Off, ki. Remember I said there's weird sounds on that. Do you remember that? Off, if. There you go. Off, if. This is off, ki. Off, ki. You, chi, me. Chi, me. Remember that G in there and me, and the two-letter sounds, putting G and E together? Chi, me. Chi, me. Chuffy. Chuffy. Rabbit. Chuffy. Chola. Fox. Chalo. Chalo. Trout. Chukwa. 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 Mouth. Chadi. Red. Chogo. House. Okay, is everybody understanding how these sounds are coming together? Any questions so far? Any questions in here? How these making sounds? Janet, you look confused. In the mic. Oh, no. How about you? You look confused. You look like you're reading.
That's just, to me, it's the whole, since you can't speak English, which I'm used to doing, so it's just.
That's the hard part.
So,
That's what I was saying, forget English. It's better to forget English. Because the thing about it is it's not English. And if you learn it this way to spell in that, and it takes a lot of self-study, I guarantee you. Being a fluent speaker, I don't know how to read and write either. And so it is hard to forget English. It is hard to forget English because we've been speaking English. They made us speak English. We are, English is a dominant language. But Mvskoke is our language, and it should be dominant. In our tribe, in our as Mvskoke people, we should have this as a dominant language. So, and they didn't say, they didn't teach us when I was growing up. We just spoke that, there's sounds, there's how to spell, read and write. They didn't teach us that. They just told us, just spoke, So, chalo is a trout. Chokwa is a mouth. Chokwa is a mouth. Chadi is is red. Okay, and this is where self-studying comes in, like chi, ah, di, e, chadi. Chogo is a house. Chi, u, ki, o. Chogo. Ijo. Ijo. Ichi, o. And that's a deer. Everybody knows deer, but we say ijo. This is a beautiful language, guys. I mean, I did a lot of in-depth research on language. I've done a lot of self-study. I put a lot of sweat into this, and it's a beautiful language. Just even the sounds. We're used to ECO. Eco. Don't mean nothing in English. Eco. But Ijo means dear to us. Ijo. We're the only one that names a deer Ijo. Ichi-o. Gan. Itcha. Itcha. Iti-chi-a. Another. Ida. Ida. Iti-a. Ihi is a husband. He, he. Body. Ina, ni, a. If you use the sounds and spell it, you can just about say the word. Like ina, ni, a. Hear it? Ina. You can just about. Okay. Blaze. That's the fire, like a blaze. Fingy. Duck. Here we go. This is a word that I've heard everybody mistake. It's fujo. Not fujo, but fujo. Fujo. F-u-g-o. Fujo. Fusky. F-u-c-k-e. Sharp. Fusky. Like a knife. Slafka fuskidos. Like the knife is sharp. Okay. Futcha. Right. That means like right or truth. The truth or it's right. Futcha. And I used to hear that a long time ago. I'd hear coming by and women be talking and they say, Futcha. See that tone? Futcha. Is that the truth? Is that the truth? Futcha. They used to say that. And you don't hear this anymore. Okay, any questions from anybody? Anybody got a question? Ask. In the mic, a book code, Chigo.
On that R, we always say, taco. How come some people always try to put an L in there? Like silly or whatever they say. We don't pronounce the word that way. But they always try to put that silly with the L in there. I don't know why.
Like the L.
You ever heard people talk like that? Say that about the R.
C.
Mm-hmm. They say silly.
C.
Mm-hmm.
It's C.
Oh.
Your tongue is right there on your teeth, between your teeth. C.
And them people, when they teach that, they're teaching it wrong, right?
Well, I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I can't say right or wrong, but
So we don't pronounce the words that way.
no. C. Just C. 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 And what I'm gonna tell you people right now, starting out, some of you beginners, don't give up. Don't give up because, and the reason why I say that is this language traveled 1,500 miles on foot through hardships, death, blood, sweat, starvation, and they got here. When somebody's walked that far, it's worth something, isn't it? It's worth, don't give up. It may seem hard now, but I'll guarantee you, if you follow, and I'm going to tell you this is my guarantee. My guarantee, I always tell my class this, my guarantee is you will learn something in my class. I'll guarantee it. You will learn something. You will learn something. So if you use these sounds, use them, you will learn something. Your enunciation, and you'll be one, maybe in 2, 3, in 1,000 that knows these words. I was told one day that learning one word, you're somebody. You're somebody of a nation. Just one word, you're somebody of a nation. I was told that. And I figured that is true. You're somebody in the nation. So, just learning one word, that might be the one word that's gonna save somebody, save us from extinction, especially the language. Because there are not very many of us left anymore that speaks. And you will hear some speaking in here because I got about 3 or 4 in here that knows how to speak. 4. So y'all guys, hang in there with it. Just hang in there, and it'll become clear. I always tell kids, light will come on, and when that light comes on, you'll catch on. And I told my first class, that in beginners class, I said, light will come on. Well, guess what? We got some readers and spellers in here. Speakers. We got some in here that uses the language that didn't know before. One of them was Judy Montel. Yeah, she actually can speak. She'll come in here and be talking. She'll be talking. And it's not, it's not like she wasn't around. She heard it, but she never spoke it, and now she can. And that was through these things. But how many years did you take it, Judy?
Third time, third year.
Third year. And it may take that long. It may take that long, but don't give up on it. Because it's easier to lose a language than it is to learn the language. It's easier to learn. It's easier to lose it than it is to learn it. And that's why we're going at a rapid pace. Right now, I'm a little bit fearful about what's going to be in the next 10 years. And I work hard at it now. Trying to teach anybody and everybody that wants to learn. Go out of my way. Okay, let's go back to sounds. Okay. So when you're going to do this, we went through it slow. So you go ah, chi, I, fi, he, a, ki, li, mi, ni, o, pi, ti, si, ti, u, ah, we, ye. Whoop. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, I want everybody in here to say it with me. Ah. Chi. I. Fi. He. A. Ki. Li. Mi. Ni. O. Pi. Ti. Si. Ti. U. Ah. We. Ye. Okay. One more time. A, G,
G,
I,
E,
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 B,
E,
He,
E,
A,
A,
G,
E,
Li,
Li,
Me,
Li,
Ni,
Ni,
O,
O,
B,
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 C,
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 D,
D,
U,
U,
A,
A,
We,
We,
Ye.
Ye.
Even when you're just sitting around, say it. Just sitting around, get your paper out and say it. And believe me, this is going to be difficult for you in the beginning. Because you're going to look at this all your life. You've been saying A, B, C, D. All your life. Most of your life. This is new to some people. But once this becomes a habit, it'll become a habit. It will become a habit. You will get what I'm talking about. You will find out that these words, these sounds, is a helper. It's a helper. I'm not going to teach anything that's not going to help you, okay? Let's put it that way. I'm not going to teach you anything that's not going to help you, okay? Now we're going to go to 2-letter sounds. Now listen, this is 3-letter sounds now. It's going to get a little rougher as time goes on. It's going to get a little rougher, but remember this. This language went through some rough times. It's been through some rough times. And I think about that when somebody wants to learn and I'm teaching. You know, we can't just discard something that's older than 10,000 years old. People estimate this language was started in the beginning of time. And that I want y'all to own this language. It's yours. Own it. When you're going through a hard time, say, that's my language. I'm going to learn it. You got to own it. Own it as yours. It's yours. It belongs to you. I want you to own it. Okay? Own this language. Okay, here we go. Cha, Ji, J, Jo, Ju, Ja, Ba, Bi, Bei, Bo, Fu, Fa, Ga, Gi, Ge, Go, Gu, Ga, Ha, He. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little difficult right here now. Okay, wait. I want to say something. Loud and proud, guys. Loud and proud. You're Mvskoke and you're saying these sounds and I want it loud and proud. Y'all just like, loud. Y'all just real quiet. I want it loud and proud. Be proud to be Mvskoke and be proud that these sounds are coming out of your mouth. Okay? Out of your mouth. And remember, no stupid questions. I don't care. And don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, and I don't care. There's no stupid questions. Here we go. Loud and proud, people.
A, E, A, O, U, A. 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 A, E, A, O, U, S. A, E, A, O, U, A.
But shit. You can't see. Y'all saying it really good. Y'all saying it really good.
Okay, how'd you say on the AT?
AT, ot. Ot. Because it's ah, and fee, ah. And your tongue's on your palate when you say that. Because some sound silent and some is just in a sound. You'll get it like, and that's where you have to pay attention, like listening, feeling. And when I say feeling, it's like right here, like Keven. You don't hear that he and Keven, but you'll feel it right here. Hear it? Keven. The 5, number 5. Okay. I just got 1 minute. Boy, this went quick, didn't it? Okay, guys. Boxing, Jihita guys, says, I will see y'all tomorrow. Boxing. Iya Jai, Jedabo guys, and y'all take care of yourselves, and I will boxing Jihita guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. Mado, for everybody coming in, remember, questions. If you have it, Abu House, ask. Mado.